Okay, let's dive right in. We're going to pull back the curtain on what is, without a doubt, the single most important job of any bank or lender. And I'll tell you right now, it's probably not what you think. Understanding this one thing, well, it's the key to telling a healthy company from one that's headed straight for trouble. So let me just ask you, what do you think that job is? I mean, the obvious answer is lending money, right? Finding customers, approving loans, growing the business. But here's the thing. That's only half the story. And honestly, it's the easy part. The real answer, the job that separates the amateurs from the pros, is this: getting the money back. See, anyone can give money away. The real skill, the true test of any financial institution, is its ability to actually collect what it's owed. That's the real engine room of the entire operation. And look, this isn't just my opinion. It's the core principle of successful lending. As our source material from Web Cornucopia Finance puts it so well, the collection infrastructure is what actually determines if a company will have sustainable returns and long-term viability. So how do the pros even measure this stuff? Well, to measure it, you've got to look at a lender's vital signs. And in the world of finance, the most important vital sign, the first number any serious analyst looks for, is a little metric called DPD. DPD stands for days past due. And yeah, it's exactly what it sounds like. It's just a running clock that tracks every single loan and exactly how many days late a payment is. This is the first place professional investors look because it's the canary in the coal mine. It's the absolute earliest warning sign that something might be going wrong under the hood. And this is where it gets really tactical. DPD isn't just one number. It's broken down into these buckets, and each one triggers a totally different response. You can think of it like escalating medical care. For the first 30 days, that's early stage. You get automated reminders, kind of like a friendly nudge to take your vitamins. But from 31 to 90 days, now the loan lands on a watch list, which means personal phone calls. And if you go past 90 days, well, now it's critical. It's time for what you might call financial surgery through legal action and recovering assets. So as an observer, what are you looking for? These are the big, flashing red lights on the dashboard. If you see DPD trends getting worse quarter after quarter, that means the collection engine is starting to fail. If you see recovery rates are falling, or maybe all the problems are piling up in one specific region, that tells you there's a bigger systemic issue that needs immediate attention. Now, seeing those red flags is one thing, but knowing exactly what to do about them, that's another. A great company doesn't panic when a loan goes bad. No, it executes a clear, predefined plan. It has a collection playbook. A modern collection playbook is really just a funnel of escalating intensity. It all starts with technology, cheap, automated digital nudges like texts. If that doesn't work, it escalates to more expensive human intervention, first predictive dialers making calls, then actual field agents with GPS-tracked apps showing up. And the final, most expensive step, the legal department. The whole goal here is to solve the problem at the earliest and cheapest stage possible. But here's a fascinating metric that you will never find on any balance sheet: employee turnover. And specifically, I'm talking about turnover in the collections department. If a company is losing more than 30% of its collection team every single year, that is a massive, massive red flag. It means the very people responsible for the lender's most important job are burning out or leaving in droves. That points to huge problems with the process, the culture, or how they're being paid. Now, everything we've talked about so far has been about reacting to problems as they happen. But the absolute best companies, they don't just react. They're always looking ahead. They're constantly trying to forecast financial storms before they even form on the horizon. And they do this with a really powerful metric called credit cost. The best way to think about it is like the company's own internal weather forecast for loan losses. A low and stable credit cost, that predicts clear skies. But a high or rising credit cost, that's a clear warning to batten down the hatches because a storm is coming. And this forecast isn't some wild guess. It's a really sophisticated, weighted model. It's factoring in the quality of the loan portfolio, macroeconomic trends, what's happening in specific industries. But look at this last piece. 15% of the forecast is driven by their own collection efficiency. Let that sink in. A company's own belief in its ability to get the money back is a key ingredient in predicting its own future. Okay, so we've got the vital signs, the playbook, and the weather forecast. Let's put it all together into a simple toolkit you can use for spotting a winner versus a company that's at risk. The contrast here is just stark. A top performer has a collection efficiency over 97%, meaning they're collecting nearly every single dollar that's due. Their credit costs are low and stable, and they lean heavily on technology. Meanwhile, an at-risk company is struggling just to break 95% efficiency. Their credit costs are high and getting worse, and their DPD trends are deteriorating. The numbers, they really do tell the whole story. So let's just boil it all down. First, DPD is your canary in the coal mine. Always watch it. Second, technology is no longer optional. It's absolutely essential for this stuff. Third, the best companies prove their real worth when the economy gets tough. And because of all this, a company with a superior collection engine always deserves a premium valuation. It's proof they've mastered the most important job of all. Which leaves us with one final thought. The next time you look at a bank or any financial company, ask yourself this one question. Are they just in the business of lending money? Or have they built a truly world-class, technology-driven, money-back machine? The answer to that question tells you everything you need to know.